Happy to have Amin El Hassan here. You can catch him oddball with Charlotte Wilder every day except Monday, wherever it is you get your podcasts, and also DraftKings Network. His timing is impeccable. His camera presence is magical. He's Amin El Hassan. He's been great around here for a long time. I want to get an opinion from him on the following. I want to know which is the greatest Raptor rant against the referees over the last couple of years. Is it from last night, the amazing Coach Darko? Listen to him here, Stugotz, because he loses his mind.
Thank you, Doug. That's outrageous. What happened tonight, this is completely BS. This is shame. Shame for the referees, shame for the league to allow this. 23 free throws for them, and we get 2 free throws in the fourth quarter. Like, how to play the game. I understand respect for all stars and all that, but we have star players on our team as well. How's possible as Scotty Barnes, who is all-star caliber player in this league, he goes every single time to the rim with force and trying to get to the rim without flopping and not trying to get foul calls. He gets 2 free throws for the whole game. How's that possible? How are you going to explain that to me? They had to win tonight? If that's the case, just let us know so we don't show up for the game. Just give them a win. But that was not fair tonight. And this is not happening first time for us. Scotty Barnes is going to be all-star. He's going to be the face of this league. And what's happening over here during whole season, I've been calling it back, it's a complete crap.
Coach, do you feel like you're getting any explanations at all? That offensive foul, did you see, get any explanation?
No, there is no explanation. They just come up there, they review and they see what they want to see. They don't want to hear us, what we got to say. They don't want to hear the players. They don't just want to protect us. Over the game, they got 36 free throws, 23 free throws in the fourth quarter. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? How are we going to supposed to play?
Is this a one-off, or do you feel this has been happening to your team a lot throughout the season?
It's happening a lot, but I'm telling our guys, be professional, keep fighting, keep going for the next one. But until when? For how long? Thank you, Doug.
Yeah, the players have definitely got to pass that collection plate around for that big-ass fine he's going to get.
Did he forget Scotty Barnes' last name the first time around?
He did seem to look down at his list.
Scotty
Barnes is going to be the face of this league.
I mean, the face of the league, Coach.
Someone needs to follow up.
Who is that?
I feel like I'm just happy that he said, thank you, Doug. I like that. Thank you, Doug.
Yes, it was very cordial at the beginning, and I'd like video to just freeze an assortment of his rage faces there because you guys, he was filled with poison, and that's not even the best one. You guys, I'm going to give you till the end of the segment, but I'd like them to spring up behind me on the big board here because he's got an enormous number of rage faces in the middle of that.
Have fun with that video.
But what I'd like before that is I'd like to compare that to last year when Van Vliet went off on the referees in a different way. It wasn't like this. It was with more cursing. And I think it was with less rage, but it was pretty shocking. Let's listen to that.
I mean, I don't mind. I'll take a fine. I don't really care. I thought, Ben Taylor was terrible tonight. I thought that on most nights, couple of out of the 3, there's 1 or 2 that just the game up, and it's been like that a couple games in a row. Denver was tough, obviously. You come out tonight, you're competing pretty hard. The third quarter, I get a bull tech, changes the whole dynamic of the game, changes the whole flow of the game. And, most of the refs are trying hard. I like a lot of the refs are trying hard. They're pretty fair. They communicate well. And then you got the other ones who just want to be dicks and just kind of the game up. Nobody's coming to see that. They come to see the players. And I think we're losing a little bit of the fabric of what the NBA is and was. And it's been disappointing this season. You can look up most of my texts this year have been with Ben Taylor officiating. So at a certain point as a player, you feel it's personal.
Your thoughts, Amin?
Look, Fred was concise. He was calm. It was surgical, the way his was delivered, and expletive-filled.
It was cool. He did it with his elbows folded.
He did it super cool, but there's something about see what you guys don't understand about the Darko rant. That's what I call Euro coach energy. You guys are used to coaches talking in euphemisms, talking about like, we didn't get a fair whistle tonight, and kind of like these. No. That's not how they do it in Europe. In Europe, they go nuts like Darko did. And it was like, it brought me back to another time. I was like, oh, when I was watching a lot of European basketball when I was scouting and stuff, and I'm like, oh, the crazy post-game rant from Coach Darko. He hit every note. And like Chris said, the most important part was, as he's about to call Scotty Barnes the face, a future face of the league, not of this franchise, of the league, he had to look down and remember his name. He was like, Scotty Barnes, face of the league.
Would have been better if he had a cigarette in his hand, right?
No doubt.
Like the entire time, just like pointing people with the cigarette in his hand.
No.
Doing
and then,
that,
like, taking a rip.
Doing that, getting your point across without your heartbeat going up, being very, very calm, getting your point across in a very good way with your arms folded. That's assassin-like.
No.
Like, to me, that's the better rant. I mean, Ben Taylor, by the way, was the referee in both those games.
Yes, he was. He's the common thread. Maybe he just hates Canada. Maybe we should get Ben Taylor on the line. No, this is what you do. You got the cigarette at first to start, just hanging from the lip. And as he talks, it's just kind of like, I don't believe that, da-da-da. And then you wait for the next question. While you take the next question, you take a huge drag and interrupt the drag in the middle of the question because the question was so... Is this something normal? It happens every time.
Smoke coming out of your mouth.
Just coming out of all orifices as you stamp it out.
Put it on the poll, please, Juju. Are we still making Freds?
Oh, no, that's not the name that we've stopped making. I'll tell you what the name is. I figured this out with Charlotte Wilder earlier. Scotty. There are no Scotties. There used to be Scotties everywhere. What's the last Scotty you heard of?
Scotty Miller.
Scotty Barnes.
Who's Scotty Barnes. Who's Scotty Miller?
Wide receiver. Great.
No, he's
great.
Scott Miller.
You mentioned Fred the other day when
His
the
name's Scotty Miller.
His name's Scott.
the Dolphins have a running back named Jeff Wilson, and I was just like, our running back's name is Jeff.
You don't like that?
And it was just like, this is not. I feel like you need a better name if you're a running back.
What?
This is Jeff over here.
Tony, do you regret calling great Scotty Miller the same way that
he had a season?
The same way that I regret calling the Brooklyn Nets above average?
No, see, mine is subjective. Yours was objective. You're like, they are above average and they are very below average.
They're just average.
I mean, if Tom Brady loves Scotty Miller, I love Scotty Miller.
He's a Super Bowl champion.
I'm looking at NFL.com. I'm looking at Pro Football Reference. This man's name is Scott Miller.
He changed it, though. He changed it because he used to be Scotty Miller.
Well, you know why? Because he's trying to catch the wave. Sorry.
Do you want to change?
He's Scott Miller without Tom Brady. Scotty Miller with Tom Brady.
Do you want to change or downgrade your assessment of great on
Scotty Barnes?
Miller?
His name is Scott also.
No, it's not. It's Scotty.
It's not.
It's Scotty.
Okay.
Look it up.
I would like to
I
downgrade.
did.
Yeah,
It's
It says Scott Barnes. It says
Scott Wayne
Hold on.
Barnes Jr.
When you pull up NBA.com, it says Scott Wayne Barnes Jr. Huh? It says Scotty Barnes. The official website says Scotty Barnes. When he's introduced in those starting lineups, at one forward from Florida State University, Scotty Barnes. This man's name is Scott Barnes or Scott Miller on NFL.com. Not like full name, Scott Montgomery Barnes. I'm not saying that.
They
I'm saying
recently changed
the
it, though. I
main
mean,
thing.
he used to be last year. He was Scotty Barnes. When he played with Tom Brady, he was Scotty Barnes, 100%.
And that was
with a Y.
That was back then. We're not making Scotties anymore. That's my whole point. Come on, guys.
Billy, why are you shaking your head?
I'm just trying to get through the day, man.
All right, that's the spirit and attitude we want around here. That's the Meadowlark way.
I look up someone's name and you're telling me it's wrong when I'm
No,
looking
you're
at
looking up like his government name. I'm talking about on the website, NFL.com. Scott Miller stats, news, and video. Not
I
Scotty
don't
Barnes.
understand this argument.
You don't?
His government
No,
name.
you said what's his name? I said it's Scott. You said
No,
no, it's not.
his
And
name
then
is
you said
Scott.
you looked up his government name, which would be his name.
His name is Scotty Barnes. This guy's name is Scott Miller. It's not that hard.
Semantics.
It's not semantics. It's a very big difference.
You happen to be right. I hate to
am
do
right.
this to Billy, but you happen to be right.
Maybe I should
Scott
co-host.
Wayne Barnes Jr.
No.
It's a tough
What
day
are you
for
doing?
Billy taking
Wikipedia? What are you talking about? Oh, next thing you're going to tell me you believe like the aliens were across the street. Wikipedia said it was, so maybe it's true. I'm Billy Gill.
You've done like 6 different voices.
I know. I've got a lot
First
of
you were
energy.
representing the internet. You're like, oh, my name is Scotty Barnes.